Hi there, welcome back to Finest Details. Today, as the title suggests, we're going to be looking at why is wax still around. May seem like an odd question, but in today's day and age of detailing where you have things like ceramic coatings and paint sealants, liquid ceramic or liquid wax coating, ceramic wax coatings, things like that, why do people even still bother using a regular basic wax? So what does this product do? A wax is typically just a small layer coating that is applied to the surface of your paint using something like this, a nice applicator. This one is a hex applicator, it's comfy to hold. And then removing said product with a nice microfiber towel. Something nice and soft and plushy. So these three items, after a wash, will give your vehicle around 3 months of protection. And why is protection important? It is what keeps swirls away, scratches down, all that kind of stuff. Swirls being the fine spider web kind of scratches that just naturally occur on vehicles. They keep all that from maybe not occurring, but they minimize a lot less. And added bonus, it makes your car look great. Gives it a nice glossy enhanced look than it does normally. It is extremely easy to use. Waxes nowadays can be pretty much applied in direct sunlight like this one. It does not matter if you're in the shade or not. A couple years ago, that was a different story. You would never want to wax a vehicle, especially if it was something like a black vehicle, like a black Cadillac outside in direct sun in the summer. That was unheard of. The wax would bake on and cause so many issues. It'd be impossible to get off, and it could do a lot more damage than good. Nowadays, don't have to worry about that. And not just this brand, Adams. Most other brands are the exact same. Products have come a long way. Now, why would you want to use this over something like these two? So these two, this is a ceramic coating. This is the big boy in the current detailing world. It is very strong, very hydrophobic, very good in every respect of a coating. It protects your vehicle for a long time. This is a paint sealant. This is similar to this product. It's stronger, lasts longer, but it does not have the same looks and things like that. So we'll start off with these two because these two are really easy. This one is a little harder to apply. Typically it takes a little bit longer to dry, has a haze time. So when it's applied, it needs a little bit of time to dry. This, when applied, can be wiped off almost immediately and still gives you the exact same attributes that it should, maybe back in the day when it did have a haze time. Like I said, the biggest down part about this is that it doesn't come with a ton of gloss. And for some people, if you live in a sunnier climate where maybe rain and stuff, not a lot of snow isn't as common, a wax would do probably most likely just fine. Every 3 months, apply a new layer, or even every 2 months or so. You don't want to apply too often because it'll have a buildup and start to lose some of the gloss and things like that. Same goes for this. This one again every 6 months if you're in a rough climate. If you're not in a rough climate, you don't need this. I would stick with your wax if you want something kind of simple to apply. Now then, the next step up from this is this. It is a ceramic liquid wax. That would sound like it should be just better than this, and in a way it is. It's more designed to be applied over a coating, but if not, it still gives a lot of the same attributes that ceramic coating would give. Now, this is kind of an interesting product because not a lot of beginners will learn with this. Most people, whenever you start to learn detailing things, you learn how to wash it, how to dry it. You learn that microfibers These are important and stuff like that. You learn those basic tips and you learn to wax your vehicle. After a while of researching, learning, things like that, you'll probably stumble across someone that says ceramic coatings are the god of all products, and then as you go down that rabbit hole, you'll most likely find out about things like ceramic boosts and waxes. I think it is always very good for people to learn from kind of the beginning, learn about all the products that are available to find out what you like, which I guess will lead me into one of my biggest topics with the coating. I'll start off with, this is very hard to apply. You have to have a perfect finish, perfectly machined, polished finish, or as close to perfect as you can get. Then afterwards, you will have to prep the whole surface. This stuff is called coating prep. It removes all oils and contaminants and your cutting compound stuff. Any leftover residue on the paint is removed. Now, if we're having to remove every bit of residue just to apply this, you can already kind of assume that it's pretty tough. And then, afterwards, you use one of these guys, a microfiber or suede applicator, and then you'll bring out some towels, some nice super soft towels, and then you'll apply very small areas panel by panel. But the big thing about this is that after it's applied, it has to cure it's recommended for 24 hours. Can't get wet, anything like that. Typically, mostly recommended to do in a garage or in a safe, clean environment. Now, with all these restrictions, obviously you can see that it's a bit more of a hassle than this. Of course, this can last up to years once applied. This every 3 months or so. But once you're done applying your coating, all these, your applicator, your towel that you removed product with and stuff, have to be thrown away. Microfibers are really important in the fact that they are small fibered towels. They have microfibers and they are extremely soft. But once the coating is applied, it is made mostly out of silica or ceramic, and it hardens and it removes the attributes of your towel that make them good. That super nice, soft, plushy quality of them is now gone. So this is typically only for the big boys in detailing, professionals or an extreme hobbyist who's been learning for a long time and finally feels comfortable. But at the end of the day, you can always come back to wax. If you use liquid wax, if you use a paint sealant, things like that, after those are removed, you can always come back to wax. You cannot apply this on top of this. It will hurt the coating. It will remove the attributes that it gave. It'll clog up the pores, basically. But for anyone that is a beginner, I highly recommend going this route, because there's something about learning what works on your vehicle and finding a product that you like, testing every weekend or so, or every 2 weekends, and maybe find a new product and try and apply it. Go to something like your simple, like a Walmart or AutoZone things. Look at what products they have. See what jumps out at you. If a certain wax looks cool, get it. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, you're out $5-10, and that's a shame. But learning what works on your vehicle and getting a feeling of an attachment and stuff, and learning what is good for you is kind of, I like to say it's a big deal. Oh goodness. Sorry about that. I just noticed that the camera had fallen a little bit. I think that there is something that should be, that's an experience that you should keep and try to learn with your vehicle. As soon as you apply your coating, your options are pretty much limited. As soon as that's applied, you really only want to stick with something that is directly designed to go on top of it. This is a spray sealant. It, as the name suggests, ceramic boost, goes directly on top of the coating to help prolong it and things like that for years to come. But if you have a nice simple wax, if you wash your vehicle every weekend or multiple times a week, you'll probably run through the wax a little bit sooner than normal, and then you can try something else. You can try another product. You can try another wax. You can try Chemical Guys. You can try Meguiar's. You can try Mother's. All these different kinds of brands, and really find what you like. I don't think wax will be going anywhere anytime soon because it is such a great beginner's product to really learn about industry and protection and things like that. If you apply this once to your vehicle, you'll already see that it helps keep it cleaner and things like that during washes in between. Helps let contaminants and dirt run off. So, is wax going anywhere? I don't think so. I wouldn't like it to. These products over here are really good, but they all come at a bit of a cost. They do their job very well, and that is a good thing. But I think there's something from the experience that should be kept and learned from using your basic wax. And if you start with this, and if you care more, you'll most likely learn about this. Camera fell again. But we're almost done. And then you'll learn about this, and you'll have the full experience. So, as always, as my camera is falling down... Oh my goodness. That's not where it was. Oh well. As always, we have been Finest Details. Like, comment, subscribe. If there's any detailing related things you would like to learn about in this more casual environment where we're not ammo and we're not ammo NYC, we're not Obsessed Garage, where it feels kind of like, I think those channels feel really hard to get into if you're just learning. But they definitely have a great amount of knowledge and stuff that can be learned from them. So if there's anything else anyone else would like to learn about, obviously over the last couple days, getting much better at this YouTube thing. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next